Thank you so much for joining me in this video again. I'm so happy to see my previous videos getting proper attention. Today is August 24th, 2018, and I'm going to speak something about how you can start your day early. So many people ask plenty of questions over the internet, and they try to consult the physicians, and they have their own mentors and advisors to give them pieces of advice about how to start a day early. So I thought I could spend some 5 or 6 minutes speaking about that if you have got the patience to listen to this video. Now, getting up early depends upon when you speak in the previous night. That's a very big cliche. It's a very common kind of an ideology. But there are a couple of steps you need to follow for waking up early. The first and foremost thing I would like to speak about is how you set up alarm. When I was in the boyhood stage, my dad taught me a technique. He set the alarm at 5 o'clock in the morning, and the alarms, the device that was used for alarm, it was a plastic device, a mini plastic device in the 90s. He used to keep that plastic device in his room's almirah, the wardrobe. Okay, which clearly means he and mom were not really bothered about their sleep as well for the sake of me getting early, right? So he sets up the alarm, and he keeps that alarm set in his wardrobe, which is adjacent to my room. And if I have to close the alarm, which is going to be audible for both the rooms, I'll have to get up from the bed, I'll have to walk down to my dad's room, I'll have to open the wardrobe, I'll have to take the alarm piece, and I need to shut it off. And in this process, my sleep will be totally off. And when I'm clearing up things and when I'm getting back to my room, in another 5 or 10 minutes, my mom is ready with a hot cup of tea, right? Then how can you go back to bed and sleep? So this was my forced method of waking up early. Thanks to my dad, it really worked out. And even today, I wake up at 5 o'clock because the biological clock is set up in such a way for several years. And I never, even if I'm having a tiresome work in a previous day, and if I have to elongate my sleep till 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning, I'd not be able to do that because it has been so much conditioned. But there are different category of people who live in such a way, irrespective of the level of condition that has been made, they still sleep for long hours. So this forced method of alarm setting is one way of getting up early. But today, you don't have the necessity of that alarm timepiece that my dad was using in the classical vintage times. I'm going to speak about 3 applications for your mobile which would make you feel much better to get up in the early morning. The first app's name is Alarmy. It's available in Google Play Store. Alarmy, A-L-A-R-M-Y. This app starts ringing up at the set time, and the alarm cannot be turned off until and otherwise you take a picture of a morning essential item. You take a picture of a toothbrush or a toothpaste or a water bottle, and only then the alarm stops. Until then, it keeps clinging on. Or you have to make a calculation. If you're not taking picture, Alarmy app gives you a calculation methodology, and then it gives you what is 2 by 2 or what is 25 into 25. You have to make the math, and only then, after setting up the answer, the alarm stops. And during this process of time, you are using the brain and your sleep goes off. Right? So there are a couple of apps like this, and there is one more app which it is called as Spin Me Alarm. So once the alarm starts blowing up, you will have to stand up, you'll have to stand erect with the spinal cord, and you need to spin your arm a couple of times. Only then the alarm will stop. The alarm makes you physiologically active, and only then it stops. There is another alarm app called as Barcode Alarm, which will match the barcode of maybe your ketchup bottle or your health drink bottle. The camera has to expose the barcode, and only after accessing the barcode, the alarm stops. So use Alarmy app or Spin Me Alarm app or Barcode app. So use these 3 apps, or try to find out your own methodology of waking up early. So waking up early is going to be very much easy for you for after a couple of weeks time, or even a couple of days time if you're really wanting to. So the first one is force method of alarming yourself out of the bed. Second one, the second rule for waking up early is having concrete reason. Having concrete reason and purpose for waking up early in the morning the next day. We can either have positive reason or negative reason. Negative reasons are like, I'll have to start the work in the morning, I'll have to finish this particular syllabus, I'll have to prepare the lesson plan for this particular syllabus if you're a teacher. I'll have to prepare this presentation for making a presentation in my board's meeting if you are a salaried professional and if you are supposed to attend a meeting that day. I'll have to finish this assignment, I'll have to finish this particular record work if you're a student. Likewise, I would say these are all the negative reasons. But search for some positive reasons. If I finish this syllabus preparation early morning, before 6 o'clock, how much good feeling it's going to give me. That's a positive reason. If I'm able to make the presentation on a very presentable way, even before 6:30 in the morning, how would I feel? I would be feeling very much self-esteemed. That's a positive reason. If I work out at least for 30 minutes before 6 o'clock in the early morning toxins time, that's really going to give me energy and my metabolism is going to be working very active. So I have to hit the alarm, I have to get out of the bed and I need to start working. That's a positive reason. So search for a reason. That's the second method of waking up early. And you know what is the third purpose? What is the third method of waking up early? It's fixing up a social pressure. I would like to introduce you to another app, and that app is called as Buffer. It's available in Google Play Store again. And Buffer, this app can help you to schedule the post that you are going to put up in Facebook or Twitter. All right. So what you do is in the previous morning, in the previous day, before you retire from the day and get into your sack of bed, schedule a post that if I'm not waking up before 5:30 in the morning tomorrow, I'm a fool, right? Or I'm a very ordinary professional if I'm not waking up before 6:30 in the morning tomorrow. Set a post like this and fix it up in Facebook or Twitter. And that post will automatically be posted exactly at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, the time that you are setting up. All right. So by 4:30, if you are having a semi-wake up, immediately your mind will be alarming that, oh my God, I will have to wake up before the post gets onto the internet. So that psychological reasoning will be there in your mind and you will be immediately getting up and you will be cancelling the post. That will be the success because you have taken up the day very early and you have really cancelled the post, which is going to carry a message that you are an ordinary person. It's not a compelling kind of a method, but I am just triggering out an idea because smartphone is an integral part of your life these days. So why don't we have some application-based knowledge for what we are speaking? So, fourth method, having concrete positive reason for waking up and fixing up social media pressure. So I would vouch on the point about the second one, having concrete reasons. When you have got something to be excited about when you wake up in the morning, that's definitely going to take you out of the bed so early. Right? And now, once you wake up, there is a kind of conditioning. 4 years before, I had a video called as the Daily Launcher System. Maybe I will add some of the genes of Daily Launcher System video with this video also. All right. So in Daily Launcher System, I would have spoken about 8 steps for really having a good boost in the early morning to program your day. Likewise, I'm going to say a concept called as savers here, the 6 steps for launching your day after you wake up early in the morning. Savers, S-A-V-E-R-S. It's basically an acronym. First S is basically systematically having a proper silence. Having good silence immediately after you wake up. Just close your eyes and for 2 to 3 minutes be silent. Don't fall back onto the bed. Just sit down on a straight basis and have silence. You can meditate. That's the first S. A in savers, A stands for affirmations. After this silence, wake up, and when you're doing your morning rituals, Have affirmations about your life, have affirmations about the gratitude, have affirmations about how you are going to get successful on that day, have affirmations about how you are going to emerge as a successful person in the next academic year or in the next financial year if you are into business. Speak a lot of positive affirmations. That's A. V. I told you, say words, right? S stands for silence. A stands for affirmation and V stands for visualization. Have creative visualization of living the day on a very promising way. Have creative visualization of speaking to the people and having a good amount of network with the people, having good amount of the positive feelings you want to have. Visualize. Run the movie screen onto the mind. Alright. And then the next E in say words, S-A-V, silence, affirmations, visualization. The next E is exercise. Exercise your mind, exercise your body. Do something very much physical, take push-ups or go for a speed walk or skip or go for a jog, toe jogging, horse toe jogging, whatever it may be. Get the sweat out and the toxins will always be released and you will get a lot of energy for living that day. Alright, neurologically your brain starts working on a proper basis. The endorphins start secreting, the peptides start secreting, and the basic level of neurological blood tissues are getting rejuvenated if you're really working out, and your metabolism starts working out properly. You will get timely hunger, you'll get timely sleep and whatnot. Alright, so that's exercise. So S-A-V-E. Now comes R. R stands for reading. Read something positive. Read a book. Because there is a saying that a dull pencil is much better than the sharpest mind. So when you are reading something, you will naturally have the tendency to note down the point that you have read. So that is the last and sixth letter, yes. Yes is scribing. Whatever you read, immediately put it down in a piece of paper. Just write down, just scribble it down. That's why it's called as scribing. All right. So scribe not only the notes that you have taken out from the book, also scribe the new ideas and the new kinds of the analogies of your own thinking system. Put all that in the piece of paper. All right. So this is called as savers. Your early morning 6 routine, 6 habits and 6 rituals. S stands for maintain silence after you're waking up and do a little bit of meditation. A stands for have very good affirmations. V stands for have positive visualization about what you are going to do on that day. E stands for do exercise. Exercise for your body, exercise for your mind. R stands for read. Read at least for 20 minutes. Get some positivity. And again, the final S stands for scribing. Scribble down the things that you are reading and scribble down the newest ideas and the newest strategies that you have for facing that day. So savers, my dear friends, will save you. This acronym savers will definitely come in handy for saving you. That's it. So I wanted to give this method of how to wake up early and what are you supposed to do for the first 40 minutes of your day plan. And then you can drive along the day on a proper basis. Remember, I always post in my Facebook post or in my Twitter or in my WhatsApp status. This is my favorite statement. He who sweats more in training bleeds less in war. A person who sweats more in training of the war art will go to the battlefield and the person will bleed very less because of the more and more hours of training and more drops of sweat he has shedded in the training sessions. Likewise, train yourself harder and try to work around on your laziness and weaknesses and try to emerge as a successful personality. So this particular short video might be helpful for you. So start your day, launch your day on a proper basis, and for heaven's sake, wake up early in the morning. Be in the 4 to 6 a.m. club. All right. So early morning breeze between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. have got a lot of magic, real magic. When the whole world is sleeping, you are awake, then you are one among the top 1% of the world. Think about this and try to utilize it. I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.